Hi my dear friends, welcome back to our geography class. Last class we completed tank irrigation. Now we are going to tell about modern method of irrigation. Modern method of irrigation, mainly two types are there. One is drip irrigation and another one is sprinkler irrigation. Two type of modern method of irrigation, drip irrigation and sprinkler irrigation. What is this drip irrigation? It is a system of crop irrigation including the controlled delivery of water directly to individual plants through a network of tubes or pipe. With the help of a pipe, water is taken directly to the roots of the plant or trees. That only drip irrigation. Okay, in drip irrigation, water is taken directly to the roots of the plant or trees. A plastic tube is used which has a small holes through which water keeps on dripping steadily. Hence, the name drip irrigation is given to this type of irrigation at all. Okay, so what are the advantages of this drip irrigation? Fertilizer, nutrient loss is minimized and due to the localized application and reduced leaching at all. So when we are applying water, fertilizer and nutrients will remain there as it is because no leaching process will be taking at all. Secondly, water application efficiency also here very high. Then field leveling is not necessary. Apart from that, field with irregular shapes are easily accommodated. Recycled non-potable water can be safely used. Soil types play less important role in frequency of irrigation also. Okay, so mainly advantages of the drip irrigation. First 3 points you have to remember compulsory. Fertilizer and nutrient loss be minimized due to the localized application of reduced leaching. Application and reduced leaching. Secondly, water application efficiency is high. Thirdly, field leveling is not necessary at all. Okay. Now, second method, sprinkler irrigation. This type of irrigation that is very olden days onwards people followed in some of the areas. This irrigation set up in the field. It will be in the field itself they will set up and supplied with the water by hoses from the source of water. Particular type of hoses and with the help of that hoses they will be supplying the water. Sprinkler irrigation system include the application of water in the form of a spray. Even now also some of the field we can see. Somewhat resembling rainfall. It look like somewhat rainfall and it is suitable for almost all crops on moist soil and on land of wide range of topographic condition also. Even now also some of the field we can see the sprinkler irrigation method. There itself, field itself they will set up and supply water by hoses from the source of water at all. Just like a rainfall, the water will be spreading the whole field at all. So, this also same advantages only. Best method, suited method in only arid and semi-arid region. This is higher application efficiency. Water management is easier here. All these are the advantages of a sprinkler irrigation also. Okay. Then, but at the same time, some disadvantages also are there sprinkler irrigation. That's because high cost, high operating cost. Starting also high amount is needed to start these kind of things, and some crop are particularly sensitive and may suffer when that water is like this. May suffer leaf scorch because of the salt deposit in the leaves after the water evaporate. Saline water may cause problem. Water must be free from sand, debris and salt. Okay, so these are the two modern method of irrigation. Sprinkler and drip irrigation. Okay. Apart from that, bamboo irrigation, this and all older method people followed. Okay. Now, rainwater harvesting. Next point, rainwater harvesting. It is a technique of increasing the recharge of groundwater by capturing and storing rainwater by constructing structures such as percolating pits, check dams, etc. Okay. What is this rainwater harvesting means? It is a technique capturing and storing the rainwater. Capturing and storing the rainwater. It is a kind of technique. So, water harvesting, it involves all the different method of conserving and collecting rainwater. It is the simplest and efficient method of water conservation, rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting means the activity of collecting rainwater directly or recharging it into the ground to improve groundwater storage in an aquifer. The most important technique for storing water and later using it during drought season or dry season at all. Right? It is a method storing the groundwater, most important technique for storing water and later using during drought or dry season at all. Okay. Activity of collecting rainwater directly or recharging it into the ground to improve groundwater storage in the aquifer. Okay. So in this method, rainwater is collected on rooftop and is directed to dry tanks. Two types are there, these also: surface runoff harvesting and rooftop rainwater harvesting. Okay. Rainwater harvesting is mainly two types are there: surface runoff harvesting and rooftop rainwater harvesting. People have been using water harvesting method many years back onwards, ancient days onwards. People had in-depth knowledge of rainwater regimes and soil types and developed wide-ranging technique to harvest rainwater, groundwater, river water, flood water in keeping with the local ecological condition and their water needs. Different regions have developed different technique to conserve water. So mainly two types are there: surface runoff harvesting and rooftop rainwater harvesting. So first is surface runoff harvesting, that is mainly surface runoff is the water flow which occur when soil is infiltrated to full capacity and excess water from rain, snow melt or other sources flows over the land. The excess water can be harvested. That excess water only using for harvesting purpose. Okay. So surface runoff harvesting means surface runoff is the water flow which occur when soil is infiltrated to full capacity and excess water. That means excess water from rain or snow melt or other sources flow over the land. This excess water can be harvested. That only surface runoff water harvesting. Okay. Secondly, rooftop rainwater harvesting. Rooftop rainwater harvesting and conservation system, that is a simple scheme to replenish the groundwater and increase its level. The simple system simple scheme to replenish the groundwater and increase its level at all. Okay, rooftop rainwater harvesting is a technique through which rainwater is captured from the roof catchments and stored in reservoirs. Harvested rainwater can be stored in subsurface groundwater reservoir by adopting artificial recharge technique to meet the household needs through storage in tanks. Okay. Listen again. Rooftop rainwater harvesting and conservation system comprises a simple scheme, that means to replenish the groundwater and increase its level. So rainwater can be collected over our rooftops and within our house premises and can be channelized through small PVC pipes into underground pits, pumps, wells or bore wells to be used by hand pump or wells at all. So this the main objective of this rooftop rainwater harvesting is to make water availability for future use. Mainly to make water availability for future use. Secondly, capturing and storing rainwater for the use particularly in dry area. Using for dry area, especially in using water in dry area at all. Then apart from that, uh, it is also to avoiding that another problem, pollution problem to avoid, or to flood problem to avoid. For all this is very useful. Improve the soil moisture, to improving soil moisture. Apart from that, especially this rainwater harvesting system is being used in Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, like Assam, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, like that states. Many states have made its government policy also. This technique is very simple, practical, cost also effective, easily individual can practice it easily, both in towns and villages at all. Route of collection does not require major expenditure also. It should be made compulsory by the government before the house plan is approved by municipal corporation earlier at all. Okay, now see what are the needs of this rooftop rainwater harvesting. Needs of rooftop rainwater harvesting. First thing, day by day population increasing, urbanization increasing, this rainwater harvesting system, that is not today's or yesterday's method, very ancient days method only. Some of our states like Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Maharashtra, uh, Nagaland, Tamil Nadu, like Karnataka, like the different places, they have different way of storing this rainwater harvesting system. Traditional rain harvesting system they followed. They used, they called in different names also. Tribal people, they followed this method. Third desert in Rajasthan also one of the example of rainwater harvesting system. A rooftop water harvesting system that is widely prevalent in Thar desert area. That means rainwater that falls on the roof is taken to a pipe into an underground tank and from storing there at all. This is existed from many ancient days onwards. Okay. Now what are the necessity needs for rainwater harvesting? First thing, to meet the increasing demand for water. Day by day population increasing, industrialization, urbanization, agriculture development, for all these things water demand is day by day increasing at all. So to meet the ever increasing demand for water. Secondly, to reduce the runoff which chokes stone drains, to reduce the runoff, then to avoid the floods and prevent the soil erosion, and to store the groundwater storage, control the decline of water level. Continuously groundwater we are taking through the tube well and all, means that groundwater level will be decreasing. So storing rooftop storing is there, means the groundwater level will be without declining, it will remain there as it is. Reduce the groundwater pollution, to improve the quality of groundwater, reduce soil erosion, to supplement domestic water requirement during summer drought like that time and all. So in like that way it is very useful at all. So because of all these reason, rooftop rainwater harvesting is compulsory. Okay. First thing, to meet the increasing needs of water, demand for water, reduce runoff, avoid flooding of roads, and groundwater storage to control and control and decline of water level also to control, reduce groundwater pollution, improve the quality of groundwater, reduce soil erosion, to supplement the domestic water requirement during the summer season or drought season. Now what are the disadvantages of this rainwater harvesting? Sorry, advantages, not disadvantages, advantages of rainwater harvesting. First of all, it provides self-sufficiency to water supply. If we have rainwater harvesting system, means we no need to depend on the states at all. So that way it provides self-sufficiency to water supply. Secondly, reduce the cost of pumping of groundwater. Groundwater when we are taking out, drawing out, it needs such an amount. No. So that we can reduce it. Provide high quality of water. Apart from that, it provide high quality of water. Improve the quality of groundwater through dilution when recharge to groundwater. Reduce soil erosion. and harvesting is less expensive. And apart from that, this rooftop harvesting, that is very less expensive. Rainwater harvesting system simple, and also every individual can also easily adopt it, not that much difficult. Apart from that, this can easily to construct, operate and maintain also. No need that much big amount. Easily they can construct, they can operate as well as maintain. Hilly areas, rainwater harvesting is very suitable things. Then coastal area, it provide good quality of water. Usually coastal area water means that will be salty in taste. But rainwater harvesting system is there, means that provide good quality of water. And when it is still recharged to groundwater, it reduce the salinity content, salt content it reduce, and also help in maintaining balance between fresh saline water interference. Okay. In island also, due to the limited extent of fresh water, rainwater harvesting is the most preferred source of water for domestic use. Even in island also, it is the good water for domestic use. Desert area also, where rainfall is low, rainwater harvesting being providing relief to the people. Okay, these are the advantages at all. Okay. Now water scarcity and need for conservation. Water scarcity means water lack of sufficient availability of water resources that to meet the demands of the people, that is called water scarcity. Lack of sufficient available water resources to meet the demands of the people, that is called water scarcity. Okay. So day by day population increasing, high demand for food grain production, industrialization, urbanization, overutilization are the major factors responsible for this water scarcity. So what are the various factors that led to water scarcity? So first one, growing population, high demand for food grain production, industrialization, urbanization, overutilization are the main factors responsible for water scarcity. So conservation is very, very important. Conservation means water planning, protection, improvement and wise use of natural resources. So here water is one of the important natural resources that we have to protect, conserve, improve and manage it also in a proper way. So water conservation means water controlling, protecting, managing and planning for the wise use of our water resources. Whatever water resources are available, that availing resources we should use it in a controlling manner, we should protect it and also manage it and plan it in a proper way. So why that is very important? Because of growing population, urbanization, industrialization and all. We know already water is a basic input in agriculture. So water conservation is very important for food security. Secondly, commercialization of agriculture. Water conservation is very important for the commercialization of agriculture. 15% of worldwide water is using in industries. Major industrial users include power plants and which use water for cooling as a power source, oil refineries which use water as a chemical process, and manufacturing plants which use water as a solvent. So all these industries also water is very essential. So meet this industrial use, we should conserve the water. Conservation of water is also important because many regions of our country nowadays facing water scarcity. When we are taking the whole country, we can see some part of our country getting sufficient rainfall, some part water very less rainfall. So the regions where less rainfall getting, for that purpose also we should store it. Water tables are falling in several of the world's key farming regions, including under the North China Plain, which produce nearly 1/3 of Chinese grain harvest, in the Punjab, which is the India's breadbasket, and US Southern Great Plains, leading grain producing regions. Some of the leading grain producing regions water tables are falling very low level. So that area and all we should supply water means what is needed. We should conserve the conservation of water is very very important, very important. Population expansion is the single biggest reason behind increase in pressure on water resources. Water consumption has almost doubled in the last 15 years 50 years, and naturally per capita availability of water has steadily decreased also. When we are the taking the calculation regarding the availability of water and all, we can see per capita availability of water has steadily decreased because of the increasing population, urbanization, industrialization. Because of all these reasons, industrial and agriculture related pollution is making water unfit for consumption and irrigation also. So unlimited use in industries and agriculture use, that is polluting the water, and that water is not suitable for consumption and irrigation. That is also another problem. Growing urbanization has also increased the pressure on availability of water resources. The increased demand for fresh water is also one of the pressure on environment, and threatening the animals, fish species and all. Recently released UN report echoes that the gravity of the situation. It says that world's limited reserves of clean fresh water are dwindling fast, posing a serious threat to public health, political stability and the environment. According to the UN report, fresh water availability is day by day decreasing. That is going to face a big danger. We, the human beings, animals, all the living creatures on the earth's surface are going to face a big danger due to water scarcity. So to avoid this water scarcity, water conservation is very very important, very necessary, very important, and we should take certain measure to conserve water in different way at time. Okay, thank you.